Let's just keep it a buck. All right.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back with Keep It a Buck. It's good to see y'all again. I'm Keeks. You can follow me at GSFK860 on Instagram. And
It's your boy Coop, man. You can follow me at Coop_1988 on Instagram.
all right, y'all. We're going to start this episode out. I'm going to stop before we do anything. I want to have a nice shout out because I just saw this in the bar and I knew this already, but I want to make a highlight of it. Trey, the bar owner's son. So Mike and Lourdes, they own the bar that we usually operate in. Their son, he's the #1 gymnast in the state, right? We are
specify. We got a lot of people in the world.
for what? In Connecticut, in the state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
My fault. Yeah, there's a lot of viewers.
Yeah,
He's the #1 gymnast in the state of Connecticut. And he's in 8th grade now. He's one of my former students. And I just want to shout him out because he's a great kid. And I feel like if he was the #1 basketball player in this state, I feel like we would talk about him a lot more. And I don't like that. So he's the #1 in his state at his craft. Shout out to him. That's a major thing. And honestly, I need to make sure I'm highlighting it more, just like I'm saying for everybody else too. But big ups to him. Shout out Trey.
I got a question. Does that have an age range? We gotta find that out.
For I think it might be
gymnastics.
Yeah, I think it
Like
might
a
be
certain age
for his
range?
class.
Yeah, for his class. Okay.
Because I doubt, like, he's in 8th grade and I know he's really good at it, but
Nah, I
I
know,
doubt
yeah,
that
I
he's
heard
gonna
he's
be
real good.
competing with a senior in high school that is like the best gymnast.
Yeah. I heard he's really, really talented.
Yes.
Shouts out to Trey, man. I
Big-
call him Trey, by the way, man.
That's my dog, yo. He's a
Yeah.
funny kid, and he's a descendant of greatness, man. Again, the bar that we always record in, it's called the Bank at 12. His parents own it. They're great people, and they are very conversational, and they're family. All right?
Shouts out to the Bank of 12.
Shout out to the bank. So, we got we're gonna pick up for Flea. We got our Keep It a Buck section.
Yes,
For our
sir.
question today. Would you be okay, Coop, with being a stay-at-home dad? I ain't want to tell you before because I think it'd be a little bit funny to ask you random.
And so she could cover everything.
She covers she covers everything, and you can be a stay-at-home dad.
Am I capable?
Or how would you feel about it? Would you like it? Would you end up going to work?
I feel like I'm capable because me and my son have a great connection, so it wouldn't be no issue as far as me being able to take care of the house. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to take care of my son. The problem lies with me being a man, as far as me being a provider.
That's
the
why
part,
I asked.
That's the part where it will kind of mess up my mental. It's just like I just, what I'm saying, as a man, I feel like it's innate to provide. So I'm capable. Well, I want to, maybe for a short period of time, but I don't think for the long haul I would feel like, I have to provide something. And I can't even say that too also because at the same time, for quote unquote the stay at home mom, they do provide.
They do.
So I can't even say we provide. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do provide.
But you
So-
like that position of the provider of like house, making sure there's food on the table, making sure like just making sure like you're working to be able to provide that or help provide that.
Yes.
You like that in your brain because that's what you've known.
Yeah. So and I wasn't a stay at home, but I lost my job for a certain period of time. Me and my currently my wife.
Shout out Courtney, that's my sister.
Shout out to Courtney. That shit was miserable. Not making money is miserable, son. Not feeling like, you can't take your wife out for a date or girlfriend at the time. You can't make no moves. You can't. The shit is miserable, you know what I'm saying? Then you also think to yourself, like, what the fuck am I good for?
Mm-hmm.
As a man, you question yourself. So I would say I'm capable, but would I want to? Probably not. Probably not. It sounds good. Now, the escape is my my wife is a millionaire. I might have to make that move. I might millionaire. She's making those big bucks, and that's what she want me to be, it might be after the conversation. I'm gonna be like, look, I'm gonna have to take up some hobby, maybe streaming something, go heavy with the streaming, or some. I would have to pick up some hobby. But other than that, nah, I gotta work.
So like, but like even with your streaming, the streaming thing is something that if you do it properly and consistently,
Yes.
you build it into income. Like you specifically, you built your streaming thing quick, and this is while you're working at the school. You built it quick, and it got up to a good amount of subscribers on Twitch.
Affiliate,
Yeah, but that even speaks to say like you said, even if she was a millionaire, you still gonna be doing your you still gonna be doing streaming or whatever you're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
So you still want to make sure you're bringing in some type of income. That's how you feeling.
yeah. I would
There's
say
nothing wrong
that.
with that.
Oh, I would say that, but I just can't just sit home and not do nothing. I'm not saying that's the qualification that a stay-at-home mom goes. Big ups. I got a lot of family members who single mothers that did it big. So my shout out definitely goes to single mothers. But if we staying on the topic for stay at home, shout out to y'all too. Like, cause even them, they need even the break. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
yeah,
they do. Because you go to
that's-
work all
that's the
day
job.
and they with the kids,
They
and
with the
then
kids,
you come home from
cleaning.
work,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of like, yeah, I was at work all day. I need a break. She was at work all day too. She need a
Yeah.
break too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's hard. That's definitely hard. That's a hard job. That's a hard job because like me, I like my personal space. I like to chill, and that like kids could be overstimulating sometimes. Like yo, I'm
They be
overstimulated
bouncing
right now.
off the walls.
I'm like yo, I need a break. So it's like yo, it's like. See, me and Courtney does a great job as far as maneuvering.
Switching off.
Yeah, so like it takes me longer than her did to get overstimulated, but I do get overstimulated, and then once I get overstimulated, it's done. I'm cut out right there. So like that, I know that's what people got to go through as far as being overstimulated. Kids always like you know what I'm saying, always in necessity of something. So they definitely need a break on single mothers and single fathers. You know. So I want to do it like again? Nah. How about you?
For me, I'm kind of like on like the same page as you. I feel like whenever we have just our two episodes, we always end up on the same page, and I don't like that. But yeah, I would agree. If she's a millionaire, she's making like that type of money, it would still be tough for me to stay at home and just like, because I know it's a job and it's not like a job that is less than working, right? So you are, honestly, it's probably a little bit more because you got to be attentive to it all day. You got to be attentive to the kids all day. You got to make sure that they're alive, fed, they're okay, educated, all that stuff, all in one day. While being at work, you're concerned about making sure you're making money. The sole one thing about making sure you're doing your job so you can make your money, right? So I wouldn't stay. I couldn't do it. For me, I couldn't. Yeah, no, it's nice that somebody could like make that amount of money, and it sounds good to be able to just like go out and like probably like take the kids out like as you please and just sit home and educate your kids and stuff. But for me and the way I was raised, my dad always made sure no matter how much money my mom was making, that he went out and made sure he's holding up his end. So if my mom's making 100, my dad's gonna try to make 100 too. So it's just gonna be, they're gonna be working together to make sure that shit works. So I
the
can't,
balance.
the way my dad raised me and the way I watched my dad, and for me, I'm always a lead by example person. So my dad leads by example. He don't talk too much, but he gonna lead by example. So whenever he does,
to me,
yo,
my man Billy said so true.
yeah, nah, he really
Shout
don't.
out to my guy. I'm
Yo,
like,
for
yo.
real. Anybody that know my
Yo,
dad, you
and-
know he don't talk much unless
And
he
one
like
of the
knows
funniest
you or
dudes,
likes
though,
you.
once he does start, one of the funniest dudes I know, man. He's hilarious. So
Yeah.
shouts out to Papa Phil's, man. Shouts out to him.
Shout out
too.
to him. But yeah, my dad always worked. He worked in the bank, and then he had another side job, which I still help him out to this day, mowing lawns on the weekends. And he's just worked hard. He's worked 7 days for years, over like 20 years, trying to make sure like we do more than well. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't. And it's not to say, but also I think it has to do with making sure you're choosing a partner that's going to benefit what you want. Because if you want to go out and make a bunch of money and your girl want to go out and make a bunch of money, as long as you guys are cool with somebody else watching your kids and somebody else raising your kids, that's fine. But if you want to make sure that your girl is going to be a stay-at-home mom, you probably shouldn't try to find somebody that's trying to work up the corporate ladder, right? So somebody that's trying to make their moves up the corporate ladder and stuff, trying to make more money. You probably shouldn't. That probably shouldn't be the exact person that you want to be a stay-at-home mom, because you're going to force them to stop doing something that they're specifically trying to do. We got a little bit of technical difficulties with the lighting, so we'll be right back. All right, we back. Quick technical difficulties, but it's good to have the IT person right on set. So, we're pretty much good on that topic. Being cool, kind of both wouldn't rather stay home, but we're both capable of it. We both know how to take care of our kids. We both love spending time with our kids and are capable of it. But honestly, I think it's both the same thing. Just the way we were raised and just what we see growing up. We feel like we need to go out and work and be able to earn money and be able to have part in making sure bills are paid, the roof is over their head, food is on the table. That's just like what goes with being a man for what we've seen. So, we'll get into our sports. We got Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas had some comments about his son, saying that he would rather him be in the G League than be in college. What do you think about that, Coop?
I didn't get to research this one. I need some context on what he means by what would be the benefit of him going to the G League rather than to college, because what I look at is you could be one and done in college, but you're still getting NIL deals, especially if you're a marketing attraction, like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, like they break the millions say in the last couple of years. So
Angel Reese only making 70 bands a year, and she's still worth over 300,000. So
yeah, so that's what I don't know where his context of saying I want my is I don't know. If it benefits you better to go to the G League to try to better your score, better your skills rather than go against college players who still developing, go for it. But if you feel like you're a big name, NIL deals are making so freaking much money right now. If you can advertise yourself as such, there's so much money in there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know whether he wants to get to a bag or develop his skills. That's why I need the context of what he was saying.
It's honestly both. So he's kind of like investing in his kid, in my opinion. When he was saying it, breaking it down, he was saying that it's tough for a kid to go to college and focus on school and being the best athlete that they can be. So Gilbert Arenas' son is chasing $1 million. He's Gilbert Arenas' son. Gilbert Arenas has already been in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So one, he can train his son. He trains Bronny too, Gilbert Arenas. Okay. So he can train his son. That's what he said. He said 5 days a week instead of going to school, I can have school of basketball for him because he wants to be an NBA player.
Oh, okay.
So breaking down instead of math and science and all this stuff.
I got you.
Throughout the day, he can go work out in the morning or 2 hours at each time, 2 hours of dribbling, 2 hours of shooting, 2 hours of working on strength and conditioning. Doing that is his school, is what he's pretty much saying.
So I would go with the case of still saying that if you're trying to better your skills, go to G League. Go better, but if you're trying to, I don't know, maybe I need to do my homework on the NIL deals, but from what I'm looking at, the NIL deals you get big bags, advertisement, boosters and things like that. If you're an attraction drawer, you're going to get that bag. I'm pretty sure Ronnie didn't do too much, and I bet you he was catching the bag from a lot of places. Mm-hmm. And he didn't do too much just because he's an attraction drawer. But if you're trying, it is the right way to go if you're just trying to perfect your craft. So I would say I would agree with him if that's where he stands and where he want to go with his son. So and let's be honest here, man. Let's be honest here. Are you really going to class, man? Come on. I get it. I get it. You gotta show appearance, but most of these big time players is not really going to class.
The women's ones are.
Huh?
The women ones are.
I would say women because it's different because they're in there for 3 years at least.
And big shout out to women college athletes, like even at big Division I schools. Those UConn girls basketball players, because I practiced with them in the off season, they was bringing in 3.5s, 4.0 GPAs while being the best basketball team in the country for 4 years straight.
Question: do you think that's due to their coach? Because that coach don't play.
It's due to the coach, but it's due to the lack of opportunity that there is to make money.
There you go. Okay.
For women.
So, question: I got a question now that we speaking about women. Do you think, with the growth of the WNBA, because it's getting bigger now, are they going to shorten the year of eligibility for women?
What do you mean by short?
So you know the eligibility for women to enter into the WNBA is 3 years. Do you think they're going to lower it to at least to 2 years?
That's a great question, and honestly, I think that's a very high possibility, especially with players like Juju. They would benefit from having Juju in the league right now.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
The league would definitely benefit from that. So I think
if Floasia could have been in the league right now, if they lowered it to 2.
So marketing purposes, she raps and she's a great.
Yeah, she. You know what I'm saying. That's why I was like, I was wondering if that would benefit rather than hurt them right now but at the same time, you're right too. Also, there's not a lot of money in the WNBA right now. I mean, not right now because again, it's getting more. But as far as beforehand, you want to stay with and get that degree, so understandable. So yeah, that's the question I had.
No, that works. So for me, I really think that it's a to each their own thing. So for somebody who's an engineer, and if you have an engineering background and your son wants to be an engineer, you take him out to work. You take them out to work in the field with you. You take them out and show them how to do what you do. It's the same thing for being a plumber. You don't start your kid at being a plumber in college, or if they want to. But like if your kid wants to learn how to be a plumber or wants to start to learn how to be a plumber, and you're a plumber, they want to start at 10, 11 years old, you're going to start them at 10, 11 years old. So it's the same thing. And honestly, for me, being in the NBA, especially when your dad was in the NBA, it's just like going to be a plumber. Like you go to be a plumber, you're going to get a license to be a plumber. You're not going to go to college, and you're going to be a plumber. And you can obviously open up your own plumbing business. You don't need a business degree. It might help. But for Gilbert Arenas, he's like that plumber that already did it already. And his son don't need to go to college. He is his son's college. He's his son's internship. Like, this is what he is. So he's laying everything out for his son, making sure his workouts are proper. And shit, he got to be doing something right, because Gilbert Arenas was an undersized guard for the league. Like, he's probably like 6'2", 6'1". Gilbert Arenas is probably like 6 foot. And probably they say he's like 6'1", 6'2". But he's an undersized guard that shot the shit out of the ball. So he knows what he's doing. And Bronny wouldn't be going to him if he didn't know what he was doing. So just to say that Bronny is going to him for training and LeBron trusts him with Bronny, that means that, shit, I would send my kid to him. Straight up, I would send Kier to him today and be like, yo, you got this. I ain't even worried about it. So shit, I'd rather him be with his dad and learning how to be a better basketball player. And honestly, same thing with Melo and his son, Kai Anthony. So same thing with both of them. Same thing with Bronny. And honestly, I think Gilbert being around LeBron James is making them, or made Bronny, kind of not make that decision, but help them make that decision and help them see that yo, being around these better players in the G League and being around these players that are already grown men and established, got all the grown men weight and really been in there for a while, you're going to get better just by playing with them rather than playing with college basketball players. A lot of the G League players have been in college basketball and killed college basketball already. So go in there to make a few mil, or you can go to work out with your dad, who already has millions, and making more millions off his podcast, and then go to the NBA and make 10 times the money you were going to make in college. I'm going with Gilbert. So that wraps up that one. Next one, we got Ceedee Lamb. Ceedee Lamb just got the second highest paid contract in NFL history for a wide receiver. Shout out to Ceedee. I'm a Cowboys fan, so that's big for me. I'm very happy about that. I don't like to always say I'm a Cowboys fan because they be tweaking, but Cowboys fan because of my pops. Shout out Keith Fields. And yeah.
So you had no choice in the man?
I had a choice. But my dad's such a solid dude. I'm like, yo, like, why do I need to switch team? Why do I need to go
solid dude to the most unstable franchise.
Unstable franchise. I still don't know why to this day. My dad got the weirdest pick for teams. So my dad is he's a Sixers fan, probably because of Dr. J. But he's a Sixers fan. He's one thing he do got. He's a Yankees fan. Thank you, Dad, for making me a Yankees fan. He's a Cowboys fan. But
New York guy. So.
He's a funny guy. But yeah, Ceedee Lamb, second highest contract. Shout out him. For me, I don't think.
Let's tell him how much it was. It was 136 4 years. For the people that don't know, he's second behind Jefferson, like you said. But yeah.
So 4 years, 136 million. For me, I feel like definitely congratulations. I'm happy that he's getting paid more, second highest paid contract. But again, I think this is. It's tough to say congratulations, and I feel like it's more doable to say like it's deserved, because inflation is really crazy right now. So if people's wages are going up, like I don't care about like him making millions of dollars, he still like supports people, so he has to make sure like certain funds got to go into certain places. So you got to keep that spending at a certain thing. He spends a certain amount of money, and that's like all millionaires do. They spend a certain amount of money and make sure like other people are working, people are paid. So inflation going up, that hurts him. So he needs this contract. He needs this money to make sure that he can still like keep doing what he's doing for his family. He works hard as hell, and I don't want to hear nobody jumping in the comments talking about, well, they make millions of dollars, inflation shouldn't matter. Well, motherfucker, if you want to make millions of dollars, then go fucking do what you got to do to make millions of dollars. Stop hating on the motherfuckers that's making millions of dollars, please. It's really not that serious. And these dudes really be like, they do a lot to be special. And there's a lot of people that try to do what they do and end up fucking broke. So these dudes aren't just sitting here playing the game and shit. Like, nah, these dudes took a chance on themselves to do something that less than 1% of people are successful at and can actually make millions at. So good shit for betting on yourself. Well deserved for getting more money and shit. Good shit, CP.
Shouts out to Ceedee Lamb. I don't care.
They don't like the Cowboys. It's okay.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I don't care because it's just because it's the Cowboys. You're right. But I already knew they was gonna lock up the deal. Freaking Jerry Jones, he throws money away and all that. So I would say it doesn't make or break whether the Cowboys is going to go anywhere.
Oh, hell
no. It doesn't
no.
move the needle.
That shit does not make a difference
Y'all
whatsoever.
will win games. Y'all will be over 10 games of wins. Y'all they got y'all slightly making the playoffs though. I mean, from what I
don't think that's an issue for us, and that really isn't usually an issue for us
it's
making
not.
the playoffs. So that's not a big deal.
It's about once you get in there. Who's the big time players? And you can't blame CD because he is definitely top 3 receiver.
Yeah, that's not his fault. We aren't.
But here's the statistic that somebody brought up too. It was just like I can't kind of blame. I don't know what y'all must got a black cat because somebody put up a stat that Dak Prescott had, and they had a question mark next to the next person. You want to know what Dak Prescott stats line up to?
Probably fucking Lamar Jackson or something.
No,
That.
Pat Mahomes.
But this is what I'm
That's
saying.
straight up Pat Mahomes.
But this is why, one, why he deserves his money, and two,
Who?
yeah, first of all, Dak.
Who?
Dak deserves it. One, Dak deserves
You
his
get your money in the playoffs,
Don't
son,
play with me.
as a
Don't play with
quarterback.
me. First of all, no, because it's not just on you. One, he got to do better at performing in the playoffs. Okay. He does have to do better at performing in the playoffs, but his regular season is there every year. His stats are there, and we're always a stats matter type of one podcast, and two, we're a stats matter type of nation. So if
No,
his
y'all stats matter.
Yeah.
Y'all keep saying
First of all,
stats.
I hate stats. Y'all are stats matter. I hate stats.
No, that's
I'm gonna watch the game and see what's going on, dog,
But
and
if
then
you
find
watch
out. Because if it's a stats matter thing, Kobe would not be my GOAT. Kobe would not be my GOAT. Kobe is the greatest basketball player of all time
why
for
I'm
me,
not a stats.
and that has nothing to
Angel
do with
Reese is
stats.
my GOAT.
Shit, you better go. Check your stats. That's one you need to
Hey, yo,
check.
hey, yeah.
Her damn. I gotta talk. We gonna talk about her next. Honestly, we gonna save that for next.
I don't want to.
But yeah, the damn Cowboys. Yeah, they be pissing me off, but hey, it's part of the game. Is it? Honestly, like the city of New London, they be pissing me off too. I love my city, and I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna be helping out forever.
I just think it's a black cat. Dak is a great quarterback. Not gonna say great, a good quarterback. Y'all must have a black cat somewhere. Jerry Jones freaking sold his soul to get those 3 rings or something like that. And he broke that contract when he sent off Jimmy Johnson. So it's a black cat in that office, man. Because y'all be having some great. I remember Marion Barber.
Thank you. We have
Freaking
Marion
Jason
Barber
Witten.
and Julius.
That's
Yeah, Julius Jones. We have Marion Barber and
Oh
AJ.
my
At the
God!
same
Y'all
time,
had
with Romo,
Dak,
and we had
Dez Bryant,
Dez on the outside,
Jason Witten.
We had
great wide receivers, great corners.
who was our slot? We had a slot too, and I can't even think of his name. He went to Denver after, I think. We had a slot, and I can't even think of his name.
It's
but
not
he
Thomas.
Nope. We had a slot. He was pretty much Wes Welker. He was pretty much. I can't even think of his name right now, but he was pretty much Wes Welker for the Patriots.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot his name.
It was tough though, but yeah, no, we've had multitudes of teams in the, not even just like in like the last few years. The whole 2000s, we've had teams.
I don't like Tony Romo either, but he was even like putting up numbers that he needs to do to win. But he's just, that's what I'm saying. But y'all just got a black cat in that office.
We know who the black cat is.
It's
Jerry.
It is Jerry.
It's Jerry. He said we're gonna get these championships, and then I'm gonna be easy for the 2000s. He said, let me get these, and we're gonna be easy for the 2000s. So,
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. Now I'm thinking about it. You wasn't born. You wasn't born
for the last championship?
Yeah.
What was it 1990? That was the last championship in 1994. Is when I was born.
You was born in March.
So I was probably born right after the championship.
Yeah, man. So you wasn't born, man. I had to think about that.
I was here. I can hear.
I just thought about that. I was like, that was my thing always swinging because I was like, yo, you wasn't even born. I was like, nah, you wasn't born, dog.
I was conceived.
I was conceived.
Yep. First of all, when you're in the womb, you can hear. So if my dad was watching the game,
it's still 0 days.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I was conceived, and I was there, and my dad was watching the game, and
man.
I could hear it through the bed.
Hey, I had to think about it. I was like, wait a minute.
You always trying.
My bad, man. I had to think about that. That just was.
You always trying to discredit me as a Cowboy.
Intrusive thoughts in my mind.
We here.
Intrusive thoughts.
We here, and we stay here until they win. Yo, don't wait on that though.
Hey, Steven, he needs to get it in, man.
Yo.
His son just needs to go ahead.
Who?
Jerry Jones. Steven Jones need to just.
No, we need the whole Jones family.
Oh, you want the? I heard Steven Jones is not that bad. That's just what I heard.
Bro, if he's gonna do something better, good. But like, if not,
but you can't do nothing.
You've been around your dad the whole time. How you gonna do something better?
If you want to have, I watched this too. If you want to have success, you have to be okay with not being able to get the credit.
So
Jerry Jones not okay with not getting credit.
So okay, I was about to say, his son about to be on the sideline, not getting the credit for him not doing nothing.
And then he wanted to take all the credit for even signing Ceedee Lamb, but I don't know, man. Jerry Jones is just something different, man.
Jerry's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys fan, though, but I do not.
Jerry is something different, man.
Let me not even say not even approved, because I might meet this motherfucker one day. I just don't like.
You probably seen that.
No,
right
I'm
now.
a championships person, dog. I love winning championships. I don't think there's any other goal in a sport but besides to win a championship. Fuck all the stats. Fuck all the other shit. I'm really, for me, this is why I'm saying this about Jerry Jones. I'm happy about the regular seasons and stuff. I'm happy that we're usually good. Like I can go during the season and watch Cowboys games and talk my shit against people because people be talking shit about us anyways. I can go and be like, yeah, we busted your ass this year. You can't say shit this week.
Yeah.
But I love championships, so it's tough for me to be talking shit if the main thing I like is championships, and that's what we're not winning. So, yeah. Again, no hate towards Jerry. I just want us Cowboys to win some championships.
Out of the
Please.
So
Please.
I would say that.
All right. So we got next for the day. We're gonna go back to Angel Reese. We're gonna go back to this WNBA Rookie of the Year real quick, probably for like 2 to 5 minutes, just because I said the co-rookie of the year. I said the co-rookie of the year thing, and Angel Reese just freaking put my foot in my mouth. Yo, right after I said that, she goes 4 for fucking 14 from the field. Caitlin Clark, easy winner of Rookie of the Year. You can't be going 4 for 14 from the field and be the best player in your class. Like, I'm happy. The rebounds are great. She's averaging more rebounds than Asia
Last
Wilson.
3 games, 20 rebounds.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. 20
Straight.
rebounds in the last 3 games. The only other person to ever do that in WNBA or NBA is Ben Wallace. So that's
Shouts out
big.
to Detroit, bad boys.
Shout out Detroit.
That took him out the 2. Took that boy out too.
After we got 3 in a row.
I don't care what you got,
After
man.
we got 3 in a row.
You ain't get that 4th.
And they ain't go back since.
You ain't got it.
They ain't go
We
back.
was
either.
old. I mean, we was.
They ain't go back.
Yeah. We just was built to be child. That's it. It's all right.
But yeah, Angel Reese again. You are great at rebounding, and again, I don't want to knock your game or whatever, but to compare it to Caitlin's for like what you're doing for the team, like overall, it's tough to compare you to Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year, going 4 for 14 from the field. And this is usually on a consistent basis. She doesn't shoot a very good field goal percentage, and she shoots inside the 3-point line. I can probably go research their field goal percentages, and they have similar field goal percentages, and Caitlin Clark is shooting from fucking half court. That's not okay. Not even not okay. That's just doesn't make it a discussion for me. Hurts my heart. It doesn't make it a discussion for me. But Angel Reese, you are dope. You are a great basketball player, and I think that you'll come back next year ready, and I think you'll be way more efficient next year. But I think Caitlin Clark was just a little bit more ready for the WNBA, offensive-wise. Just offensive scoring-wise, she was more ready for the WNBA because Angel Reese they both came from college, and there's a very small turnaround, very short turnaround after the WNBA, after the college season to go to WNBA, just like Cleve was talking about on last pod. So I don't think Angel Reese had the right amount of time to be able to get her offensive game adjusted to the WNBA, and Caitlin Clark's game was just already there. That's my opinion.
Look, man, I was about to stop you anyway, man, because I couldn't take it. My heart was, saying about to drop, man. I can't allow this Angel Reese. I won't say slander because it was respectful. It breaks my heart. All right.
So does it break your heart to see the missed layups?
Okay, here's my take.
And she's not in the worst part. My fault.
No,
the
go
worst
ahead.
part about her layups is she don't even. I can't even say that she's usually missing easy, wide open contested layups. I don't know what it is about her footwork, but she makes everything for a layup seem so difficult. I don't know what it is about her footwork, but all her layups, she doesn't take easy layups. She just be throwing the ball up around the rim and it feels like she just hopes that it goes in because she's just throwing it up somewhere around the rim.
So here's my take. Shouts out to these 2 women who are bringing so much attraction to the WNBA, and it's a dope scene to watch. Shouts out to Caitlin Clark. She just broke the rookie 3 points made. She just broke that. So shouts out to Kayla Clark.
First of all, she's only halfway through.
Oh.
They're only halfway
All right,
through the
man.
season.
All right,
That's
all right.
wild.
Shouts out to her.
Halfway through the season.
Shouts out.
Thank you, though.
Here's what I want to say about Angel Reese. It breaks. It does, because when we did have our discussion, my main thing was I was like, yo, I hope during this month that Angel Reese was working on the game, but Fleet did say, yo, you know what I'm saying, they had a long period. They was, you know, it's a very short period of time from going to college to going to the WNBA. Is no real turnaround time, nothing to work on your game and things like that. So I had to accept that. But here's what I observed coming out of that month takeoff. It pains me to say.
She got worse.
No, I won't say that. It looked like Caitlin was working on her fucking game. She came out with a 27 ball. It was like 20-something ball. I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, yo, she looks like she worked on her game. She looked like she didn't take no time off. Like, what the hell?
It looks like that whole month.
She was just like, yo, I'm like, yo, she didn't take a, like, I get it. She, you know, Angel Reese wanted to protect her brand, and it's a beautiful brand. Like I said, I wanted her to do, which I understand everybody needs a break, and shouts out to her once she took that break. I just wanted her to work on her craft. And you know, she's going to have time next year, but this was a once in every 4-year chance of you being able to take a break of a month and being able to work on some things that you felt like you wouldn't have been able to gain with those other 3 years. You know, so I just wanted to work on that. And, you know, it does pain to see when those layups is just like, what are you doing? You know, I'm a biggest fan, but I'm also, the show is called Keep It a Buck, and I wouldn't be keeping it a buck if I didn't say she was doing well around that area. I hope she works on that footwork, because I think that's what the big thing is the footwork. In the post game is Cardozo.
Yeah. Her
In the post game is Cardozo.
Angel Reese doesn't have a post game.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. And Cardozo just went over, had like freaking 4 or 5 blocks last night.
We need
Shout
to get
out
can we get off the subject, please?
Yeah, my boy her. All right, we gotta leave Angel Reese alone right now. But cool. Again, shout out to Angel Reese. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Cardozo. Shout out to all the rookies that are helping expand and helping push the WNBA into the direction that they want to go. They got, again, if there's not for these rookies, there's no $2.2 billion deal.
Yep. Shouts out to the WNBA, man. Y'all. And here's the thing. You know, I know people saying, yeah, you know, y'all talking about WNBA don't really, you know, if they are really making it enjoyable to watch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like watching the WNBA.
You've been one. I'm the only, like I said, I'm the only person on this podcast that didn't care, because I shared the same sentiments. Like, yo, the fuck am I watching? I don't want to watch it. But they made it enjoyable to watch. I'm not gonna lie. You see the competitive edge. Me watching it because we haven't since the last podcast. Me watching that Sky and Suns game, going down to the wire. It was nuts, man. Watching the Sky go against the Aces.
That was a tough one.
Asia Wilson. Like these are
had a game winner like
game winner. We ain't gonna talk about the last play and what I think about it, but just watching that was just you see that spirit, you see that competitive edge. They want to win. They not just there for a check, or just they are really showing off their brand right now. I think the WNBA is doing better than
like pushing both of them.
Oh yeah, we forgot. Shouts out to, and this is what we forgot. Angel Reese for getting that deal, baby.
Oh yeah, that Reese's deal.
Reese's.
You deserve it.
That's my favorite candy too.
That honestly, that's my
favorite candy right there.
That's like the
Angel
automatic
Reese.
If she ain't get
Reese's.
that, Reese's would have been trifling. And they would have just been done.
Reese's is one of my favorite candy too.
Yeah.
You can shoot me something if you want to, Angel Reese.
Alright, so oh yeah, Angel Reese, come see me in the off season. Like for real, I really work on the mid range specifically.
He is a beast of mid.
I really get your mid range to 100. I had your mid range feeling like a layup. Come
His
see me in the
mid-range is
off season. We in Connecticut, New London, Connecticut. We only 10 minutes away from the Mohegan Sun Arena. Trust me.
I hate his mid range. Let's just say that.
Come see me. But now, next one. We're gonna get into our sports education topic for the week. This is gonna be our last topic for the day. We're gonna have the importance of keeping track of performance and being organized for sports. All right. So I'll kick this one off. For me, tracking performance and being organized is one of the most important things when it comes to being a high-level athlete. All right. So if you want to be a high-level athlete and you're not keeping track of like you getting better throughout the week, it's going to be tough for you. So you just work. It's good to work out. It's great to work out. It's better to work out and not have a plan than to not work out at all. So if you're working out and you don't have a plan, it's okay. But having a plan just helps you see where you're growing. Writing down like what you lifted this week, if you got stronger from this week to last week. And if you didn't get stronger but you've been lifting all week, or you didn't get stronger from this month to next month and you've been lifting all month, then there's a problem. It might be your nutrition. It might be the amount of hours you're sleeping. It could be multitudes of things. It could be your mental health. But tracking and keeping and being in control of every part of your athletic career is important. Again, from nutrition to making sure you're doing speed and agility, weightlifting, and then actually practicing your sport. Those are 4 things that all go outside of playing the sport with your team or playing the sport like in a real game individually. So you guys got different things that you can do. So for me, I'm gonna just stop being like modest about like the sports things so that you guys can understand where I be coming from with this. I had the pleasure of earning Division I scholarships, and then also had the pleasure of not having to take them because I had academic scholarships as well. So I had Division I scholarships in football, and not like Texas or anything, but like Central, Villanova, schools like that. Colgate. So I was a high-level athlete in my prime. So what worked for me was one, doing the things that people said I was bad at. So I was like smaller, a little bit skinny. You guys can see my frame is skinny now. So like even when I was younger, I was even skinnier and had to gain some weight to be able to play football. So having that regimen, I always did the workouts with the team, but I also did a second workout throughout the day. So I would go to the gym with the team and then also do my own workout after. That's part of my regimen, and that's part of me staying consistent and trying to get stronger. And I'm taking down like what weights I'm doing every single week, what weights I'm doing, and then it's the same thing, agility ladder. I know since I was skinny and I wasn't the strongest, I needed to be fast as shit. And I needed to be quick as shit. My footwork had to be elite. So I went and watched people that had elite footwork, like Ocho Cinco, Terrell Owens, people like that. And then I put what they did into my own workouts. But again, this is all research that I'm doing on my own. And I had great pleasure of and the opportunity I had 2 Division I football coaches. I had more than that. I had Larson, who played at Connecticut. Coach Fox played at Connecticut, at UConn as well. And then I had 2 full scholarship athletes that were my coaches for 2 years or 3 years straight. I had J.J. Justice, who was a prime player at the University of Maryland and a stud at NFA. And then I had Mike Morgan, one of my mentors. He Division I at Bryant, from New London, didn't go prep school or nothing, like obviously a different era, but didn't go to prep or nothing. Like he went straight from New London and went to Bryant and got a scholarship, got his master's there, and now he's giving back to the community, coaching, doing school, getting his teacher certification and stuff. So it's important to have those people that are like telling you, one, what you're doing is important, but 2, making your own schedule, doing it for yourself. So I had these people in my ear and I had these people in my life. Oh, and again, Coach Roman, CCSU. Coach Majors was an All-American. So I really had these people, but I was never going up to these coaches like, yo, what do I need to do? Can you tell me what to do? Can you tell me what I need to be doing on this day? Or blaming them for not being successful. You gotta go, one, hit the lab, and two, make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do. Organization is important. So let me tell you one of my days. I'll wake up in the morning for school, high school, whatever, get home. I'll wake up 20 minutes early, do push-ups and calf raises before I get in the shower before school, go to school, have my normal school day. After school, you got weightlifting. This is off season. After school, we had weightlifting right after school. Right after weightlifting, I was taking out my speed and agility ladder. And then I was doing speed and agility drills in the sand while I got somebody else working with me, and I'm doing band resistance as well. This is all in one day. And then after that, I'm eating, and then I'm going to the gym to work on what I didn't work on in the gym today with my team. I'm going to work on that in the weight room. By myself at Planet Fitness. My mom worked at Planet Fitness for a second job. Again, my parents always work hard. So after that, I'll go home, get some food, eat, and then the rest of my night, I'm watching Darrell, because I was a corner and a receiver. I'm watching Darrell Revis. I'm watching Chad Ochocinco. I'm watching Terrell Owens. And I'm watching the specifics and the little things that they do to make them better, and that separates them from other people. That is a full day of my off season when I was in high school to earn a Division I scholarship. A full day, but that's organization. I knew what I needed to do, and I knew exactly where I wanted to go and like what spots needed to be taken care of. But just following your rules, and like Kobe says, once the deal is made, the deal is made. You gotta just stick to whatever you're gonna do, because that thing that routine that you had, you put it in place for a reason. You worked hard to put it in place for a reason. It's just your thoughts in the back of your head that's trying to get you to steer away from it. And people that you don't see them work, you're just seeing them and like, oh yeah, well they're doing this, they're doing this. Well, that's not you. That's not you. Do what you got to do. Stay in your own lane. Stay focused for yourself. Make your own schedule. Everybody's schedule should be geared towards them. That's why I said with the Gilbert Arenas thing, to each their own. He has a specific schedule that he's laying out for his son to be successful. Now, this is Gilbert Arenas, a millionaire. He's already been in the NBA, and he's been a great player. We've all seen like highlights of Gilbert Arenas lighting the fucking league up. So if he's doing this with his son and making his son have a regimen, making his son have a schedule, and Bronny James as well, this shit is the bare minimum if you want to be a great athlete. And again, there's nothing wrong with not being a great athlete. There's plenty of things that you could be great at. But don't say you want to be a great athlete and get mad at the process and get mad at everybody else because you're not taking the time to do the things that you need to do to be successful at your sport. A little bit long-winded, but cool, you got it.
To sum all that up, organization and tracking leads to habits. That's pretty much what it just leads to habits.
Honestly, because once you're doing it consistently, you're just gonna keep doing it. It's a part of your life.
Muscle memory.
It's part of your life.
Muscle memory at that point in time. So that's what it's, yeah.
Even to this day, I cannot. Like, I'm not the strongest that I've ever been, and I'm nowhere near as strong as I should be, like, in terms of myself, because I haven't been working out too much. But, like, even to this day, I cannot go a certain amount of days without doing push-ups, without doing squats and stuff, because I need to make sure my body's functional. My body doesn't feel right if it's not functional, like, in terms of what I used to be as an athlete. And it's not always, I got to be as fast as I was, as strong as I was, but it's like, yo, my body needs to be functional. I need to feel like somewhat as I felt as an athlete before. And it's good because who wants to be 40? Or we had a stat that, like over 90% of people don't full sprint after 30. I don't want that to be me. I've already shattered that because I'm over 30 and I'll be playing basketball leagues and shit. But like, again, I don't want that to be me. So keep tracking and then it'll put you in places that you want to be. All right? Cool. You got any advice for the Jits?
It's my first, I think this is probably my third time having one. I was talking to my cousin, I ain't gonna make the long story, and she gave me this quote, man. Because I'm that type of person to try to help people out. I go to my max to try to help people out. She gave me a quote. She said, shouts out to Cuz. She's a fan of the show. Shouts out to Kenyatta.
Shout out Kenyatta.
Don't set yourself on fire just to keep other people warm, man.
Yeah. That's a big
Don't
fact.
set yourself on fire to keep other people warm.
Shoot, to elaborate on that, make sure. So what he's pretty much saying is, don't sit there and try to work hard as hell to keep people afloat that aren't trying to keep themselves afloat. You should not be working harder than somebody else to keep them afloat.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, shouts out to Cuz for that quote. I said I need to take that.
That's a fact.
So,
That's a
yeah.
big fact.
Yeah.
That's a big fact. You should never be working harder than somebody else to make sure they are good.
And to sum that up too is you being taken advantage of. You know, you the one that set on fire just to keep me warm. You know, so and it's selfish. It's a selfish act by somebody else. So yeah, that's mine.
I like that. I like that. For me, find out what other people are not doing. I feel like a lot of the times we try to go and find what other people are doing and like what other people see as fun, and we try to go do that too. Find what other people are not doing, and then that's what you should be trying to do. Especially if you want to make money, feeding the markets that aren't being fed, bless you.
Thank you.
And making sure that what you're doing is unique and it's serving a purpose. So I know a lot of us want to I know there's a lot of like things in our community. People want to grow up and be rappers and stuff, and that's good. Like if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But if you want to make money, you have to make sure you're serving something. You got to make sure that you're filling a need. So, for example, I had a kid I went to high school with, and he does pavements. He does like replacing pavements in people's driveway, asphalt, and he makes a ton of money doing it. Makes a ton of money doing it. Because there's always going to need every winter. There's always cracks in the ground. Somebody's driveway needs to be redone. Somebody's driveway might need to be redone just because they're selling the property, or they just bought the property and they need it done. So that's a need that he's filling, and it's important. So find something that you're going to fill a need. Another one. I have a cousin that's an accountant, and she owns her own business. She's booked up to over her head in clients because everybody loves business, but don't nobody want to do the accounting part of business. So she's helping people and like has like different ways to help people save money on taxes, make sure they're doing what they need to do to make sure their accounting is proper, and she's over her head in doing that. So again, just fill a need, find a need, and fill it. Find a need and fill it. But that's also research too. Make sure you do your research. Just gonna go into the Ray Nexus real quick. We got stocks and crypto for the week. Be careful. September is historically one of the worst months for the stock market. So be careful this month if you guys are like placing any option calls or trying to like see any like major gains going up. I know the stock market is still inching up right now. But I would definitely be careful for September. Right now I'm dollar cost averaging the shit out of riot options to try to make sure that I can profit off of it if it goes back to its all-time high. And then I'm dollar cost averaging Apple as my only actual stock that I'm dollar cost averaging. If we go to crypto market has been back up ever since I had like a crash like over the last like couple weeks. It went down to like Bitcoin specifically went down to like 50,000 something. It's back up over 60,000 already. So yeah, I'm confident and looking forward to this supposed bull run that's supposed to happen for crypto. Bull run is just when prices go up higher than normal, and you could see like a good amount of profits. So we have the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin. The halving happened back in like May. So the bull run should be kicking in in the next few months, and then riding out for the whole pretty much of 2025. So we'll see how crypto does. And for me, I would just keep dollar cost averaging. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I do with my portfolio and stock cryptocurrency that I'm in right now. Again, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Still haven't gotten a chance. Got to get some extra bread. Just had my daughter's birthday, so I'm gonna still be buying sheep when I get some extra bread. And then my last one is Fetch AI, which is, again is doing a merger with AGIX, and they're making, I think it's like super intelligent artificial stuff. It's something, but it's an AI cryptocurrency that's merging in. Should do some work. I got that one from Tall Guy Tycoon. So follow him. He does some great updates and findings on cryptocurrencies. So that's it for today.
Also,
Thank y'all.
also, shouts out to your boy while you talking about stocks and all that. I've never heard of it, but I think I heard of it. But I guess it was a great weekend for them. InvestFest.
Yo,
Hopefully we can make that one day because I heard it was a lot of business being made out there. Hopefully
that's
we
all
can make
there
it.
is. InvestFest.
Hopefully, shouts out to Earn Your Leisure.
Let me
man.
take my glasses off for this.
Shouts out. My bad for making it, but
Nah.
I ran into that.
Nah, big shout out. Big shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Earn Your Leisure is one of the reasons why I even started thinking about starting a podcast. Earn Your Leisure is the reason why I'm growing my investing mind and why I'm learning how to invest and learning different markets to invest in. I watch Market Mondays every single Monday. If you want to learn how to invest and watch a show that really teaches you all that stuff on a consistent basis, we're a sports education show, and we do like the financial stuff to make sure that you guys can still get it. But if you guys want to like go hard and like directly go consume some content that is just about investing, bro, Earn Your Leisure, please. Market Mondays, Ian Dunlap, Troy, and Rashad, they teach people about financial freedom and just like financial literacy, not financial freedom, financial literacy. But like the financial literacy ends up leading to financial freedom. They teach about stocks, they teach about real estate, they teach about cryptocurrency, they talk about different businesses that are exploding, they talk about tech, AI. They talk about everything that you need to know to make more money, for real. They feel a need. So big shout out to them. Shout out to InvestFest. Know you guys just had a big weekend. We are definitely going to try to make it to InvestFest one year. We're a small podcast, but trust me, I watch you guys all the time. And once we get some extra funds to be able to get to InvestFest, I promise you, we are there early. Earn Your Leisure is one of the biggest platforms and one of the best platforms for our community. Like I said last time with like Love and Hip Hop and shit, and like how they be like painting like fake images of our community, but it's not always like the rappers' fault because they're not the ones putting it in front of us. Earn Your Leisure is some shit that you can watch that is going to be full of the actual experience and what we actually do and how we move when we're making money. Earn Your Leisure is going to show you how you move when black people and people of minorities make money. Don't watch Love and Hip Hop. Watch Earn Your Leisure. They'll show you how to step. Keep it a buck, y'all.
Keep it a buck, man.